Hello, everybody. This is Robert Martin from Magic Beans Agency. I am super excited to welcome today someone who I'm speaking to for the very first time, practically, Peter Madahian, who is our president of CLIA, the Canadian Language Industry Association, with whom we are collaborating right now to bring Reclaim 3 to the Canadian language industry. Hey, Peter, how's your day going?
It's going well, Robert. Nice meeting you. I hope that you're doing well. I know you're spending some time in Spain, so hopefully the
Yeah.
heat won't get the best of us today.
Exactly. So I was really looking forward to meeting you today. And to be honest, learning a little bit more about the language industry in Canada and
hmm
learning a little bit about CLIA. I know you've
hmm
been involved with CLIA for many years, as far as I know. Do you want to tell us a little bit about CLIA and your mission statement?
Um, the Canadian Language Industry Association, or CLIA's mission, is to unite and strengthen the Canadian language sector. Our mission has been to advocate, promote, connect, and champion for our members who are LSPs. We advocate for recognition of language access, and we promote high standards of quality, professionalism, standards, ethics. We connect our members and to industry experts for opportunities for growth, for networking, and we champion linguistic diversity by supporting Indigenous and official and under-resourced languages in Canada.
Yeah.
What makes Canada unique a little bit is that we have a bilingual framework as well as an Indigenous language preservation, and we're a multicultural hub across our provinces, coast to coast. So this creates a demand that is broader and more diverse than maybe other markets. But at the
Yeah.
same time, the Canadian LSPs, they face the same global challenges and pressures as everybody else. And that includes technology adaptation, client expectations around speed and cost, and the need to integrate AI. So in a sense, we are aligned in many ways, and we're unique in some.
Yeah, I was aware of I guess, the bilingual policies, the protection of the French language, but maybe not so much of the indigenous language protection. Um, let's say the conventions. So I guess that's why there's quite a lot of focus on interpretation and like by mouth services as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's an initiative that's been gaining strength recently. So I would say over the past decade, more and more, it has come into focus, and resources and efforts are put towards preserving the indigenous languages. And many of them are dying just because the elders who were communicating with them using those languages are, no longer around,
Yeah.
and the rest of the community is moving on to other languages. So it is, it is a worthwhile battle, but we are at we're at the point that many of these are going to be, going to be gone. It's just a matter of time essentially, and we're doing our best to preserve these.
So we're all riding this technology wave at the moment, right? We're being bombarded with lofty claims about what large language models and AI is going to do to the translation industry. Is it also
Mhm.
something potentially that can help protect these endangered languages? Will it be useful somehow?
Um, to be honest, I think we are waiting to hear more about how this can be done.
Mhm.
As far as I know, the indigenous languages, the way that it is taught, it's very different than let's say English or French. So it's not really taught in schools. It is taught out in the field, in the world with the elders. So as they go through life and they experience life and nature, they learn the language. So they would point to the clouds and they say, this is this type of a cloud, or this is this type of a land. So it's very much in tune with the land and with the surroundings, and which is very different from learning in a class, sitting in a classroom and learning. So I think that is one of the challenges that AI has not been able to address yet. But I'm not an expert on this specific topic, so I don't want to give you something that may not be 100% accurate.
Don't worry. We won't accuse you of anything afterwards. But I guess like you and many of your colleagues in Canada, you're also, under pressure to react to these changes in technology, in customer expectations. What are you seeing out there in the marketplace?
Absolutely, absolutely. Over the past decade, we've seen a steady consultation in the market and an increased reliance on technology. So earlier there was the adaptation of MT and AI, but now it is more and more a fact of life for us. And even the government agencies are now looking at solutions that are AI based as a way to cut costs and to increase the offerings, across the diverse documents and content and things that are coming at us.
Yeah.
Um,
What did you think
um,
about the announcement this week that OpenAI were looking for a localization manager? Did you see that ad where they were looking
I,
for somebody?
no, I did not see that, but that is an interesting development, right?
Yeah, a
So
big
yeah.
salary, about $300,000 to manage their localization programs, so which I thought was interesting that one of the most omnipresent and divisive and kind of wunderkinds of this AI revolution is actually looking for human experts to help them bridge the gap between what the technology can do and what their business demands, right, in terms of impact and precision and, outcomes. So I
Yeah.
guess for me, it's kind of, I guess, a ray of hope, right? That if this company, which is so entrenched in technology, realizes the limitations of the technology and the need for human expertise, then I think
Hmm.
it sends a clear message to our LSP community, right? Our LSC community,
Yeah. Yeah.
that their expertise continues to be important. And I guess bringing us on to why we're talking today, there remains that need to learn about the capabilities and the limitations and the benefits of the technologies that are out there, right? Which is why we're producing this AI upskilling course, which
Absolutely.
we're going to talk about a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And so for those of us who are knee deep in this industry, we know that AI is another tool in the toolbox of a linguist, of a translator. We had machine translations, we had MT, TMs. So these were all being used to help the translators do their job better. And AI is
Mm.
just another one of those that but as you mentioned, the perception out there is that AI is going to do it all and that you don't really need any human supervision. And part of our lofty task is to not only educate our members on how to use the technology, but also educate the clients that this is really a tool and nothing more than a tool. And to put a content in there and press a button and have it translated, it's just not an accurate assumption.
Not realistic. So
Yes.
we're launching Reclaim 3.0. We're starting on September the 19th. This is going to be my third iteration of the course. So I think we've had about 150 LSPs complete the course already. What are you hoping to get from the course yourself? Hopefully we'll see you there with your team. But what are your expectations for the Reclaim course?
Yeah. Well, sort of our expectation is because it's the third edition for it to be a polished program that's already tested in the industry with over 150 clients, as you mentioned. The idea of having weekly live training, I think that is amazing, and that not that it's just a bunch of videos, but there's actual live instructors that our members can engage with. The idea of skipping through videos and not having an interaction with experts, it is I don't think it's a good learning model. So we're looking forward to that. The
Yeah.
the content seems to go beyond foundations from what we've looked at, and it doesn't skip it all. It's still there, but I think it would be great for both people who are newcomers and experienced professionals that can benefit from this, and we have high hopes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can say with confidence there's a lot of content, a lot of topics are covered. And I think one of the other things that people appreciate is the information sharing and sense of community that people get as well by doing the course, because there's a large group of people on the call, and very often people get the opportunity to discuss their concerns or ask questions or talk about specific use cases. And I
Mhm.
think now more than ever, particularly small and medium-sized LSPs are open to that collaboration, right? To knowledge sharing, to networking, to supporting each other, which is one of the things that we're all about. So obviously, CLIA member companies get preferential rates. We're hoping that lots of them are going to sign up. Is there anything you would say to people who are maybe still deliberating or thinking about doing the course?
Um, well, I think the pricing model alone is worthwhile instead of paying per person. The idea that companies can pay a single fee based on their size and be able to access the content, I think that's a very good sell. Many of our members are, small companies that are one or two people. So I think that is very beneficial in that sense. And even for non-members, I think the cost difference that our members get as form of a promotion basically offsets them joining CLIA as a member to get that preferential treatment. So I think that is a great a great point right there. But beyond just the numbers, I think this is a good chance to learn from a recognized language technology program in real time with experts, and that's specifically tailored towards the language sector, which is not what we see at, there are a lot of, master's programs and trainings out there that are more generic. And I think the idea of having something that is specifically for the language industry is, interesting and very valuable.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, folks, if you're in Canada and you're not already a member of CLIA, make sure you sign up also. And please join us on September the 19th for Reclaim 3. Peter, thank you so much for sharing your perspective and your hopes today. And we're looking forward to welcoming you too.
Thank you, Robert, for your time. I appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Thank you.